Yo, that's going good, man. It's been a while. It's been a minute. I'm gonna put you right here. Today I'm making some, what are they called? Making some pancakes today. I'm gonna make some protein pancakes. I've already made them like 30 times. Welcome back. I got some jobs ready for you. Anyway, if you have not been following along to the J Aesthetics cooking, then I'm sorry. Just briefly go over the ingredients. 1 banana, just a cup of oats, whatever protein powder you prefer, just as much as you think is good. I use collagen protein powder. I also have regular protein powder, but that's almost out, so I'm using the collagen one. This is like plant-based. And after you've added all that up, usually I would grind it and then I'd add the milk. This will make probably like 8 to 10 pancakes. All right, now we're back at the kitchen, like in every other video. I'm gonna try and set up a actual like area because I know that this lighting absolutely sucks. Update, I am moving in the next couple of days. I'm not moving, our whole family is moving. It's a long story. Bottom line, I'm gonna be gone for a while. Once we move, I'm planning to start something different. I'm making a second channel. That channel should be more of like a general life basis because I do gym, I do the gym, I come home, I do things for self-improvement, right? But I also watch shows, I play games, I play video games. I wanted to make a second channel based on all that. I think it'd be pretty fun. So for all the times I'm doing stuff that's not fitness, I have another channel. By the time this uploads, I mean, I'm not really have any videos uploaded to the channel yet, but I'm gonna have the channel. It should be up on this side of the screen. And if you guys feel like subscribing to that one, once I make a video, you guys will see it. You've probably seen some of my shorts. If you've not, I'll put a picture here. I used to be pretty fat. I was pretty big. I was around 200 and something pounds. Not in this picture. I don't have any pictures of me being 200 and something because during that time period I didn't really feel confident enough to even take pictures of myself. I didn't like how I was. I was in the 200 and somethings at 5'4", 5'5" in that area. I started cutting. I went all the way down to I don't remember exactly. It was like 210, I believe, to all the way down to 135. And that's when I'm 135. I'm pretty lean, but I have like no muscle. And that's when I realized, oh crap, I need to be more than, just lean. When I went to middle school, every middle schooler was like, I just want to have abs. It doesn't really work like that. If you actually want to be big, you gotta lift some heavy weight, bro. This is how it works. The thing too is that once you get into the gym, I found this with myself, and I hear this with a lot of other people, it is very therapeutic. You're able to let out all your emotion. I used to play football. I played football for about 1 year. I played football for 1 year. I was the wide receiver. I was the slowest wide receiver in the game. I've always loved that aspect of just running into people and being able to like do something like really strong, really like rough. If you like that aspect, I highly recommend you should go check out the gym, go look at it for a second, go lift some weights. I've always had this this kind of mindset, like if you want something enough, there shouldn't be a reason why to not or to stop doing it. If you want to be physically fit enough, you shouldn't be saying, it's not like you shouldn't be, of course you're going to, it's what everyone thinks about. It's normal to think, why is nothing happening? Why is it taking so long? Why can't I have this now? That's normal. What I'm trying to say is if you really want something bad enough, nothing should stop you from wanting it. Nothing should stop you. Like, you might have a 3-month period where you're doing it and you're working as hard as you can and you're just not seeing any results. That to me, I didn't care, because the thing is, I didn't like the lifestyle I was living. I didn't like the way people were treating me, because there is a difference. There is a big difference between the way people treat you when you are physically fit and you are able. The thing too is this: if you want to be successful in your life, if you want to be genuinely successful, there is a path. And that path it starts with physical fitness. It trains you to be mentally, physically, and emotionally, and like, in general, it teaches you to be stronger, to be able to see the long result, to see things from a long period of time, how things will affect you in a long period of time. And nothing really hits you as hard as when you start physical fitness and it takes you a whole year or two to actually look somewhat as you want to look, and then realize that it's going to take you an extra 3 to 4 years before you look how you want to look when you started. It's crazy. Like the whole thing is it's like self-improvement is a journey. It's a big journey, but it's a fun one. Like once you get started, it's really fun. People say the hardest part is starting. I think the hardest part is staying committed, because people do give up, and it's completely like understandable. Like I had multiple times where I felt like giving up. When you're in the process, you kind of have to ask yourself, is this worth giving up on? Like, are you okay staying the same as you always are? Are you okay living the same life as you've always lived? Do you want to go back to where you were before? It's either one or the other. You either become physically fit and you go through the pain of becoming physically fit, or you go through the pain of being rejected, being lesser than you know you can be. Like you choose your pain. It's just It's how it is. The good news is that there's a lot of people who have done this, and there's a lot of people who've gone through the same thing that you and I are going to go through. It's so unique. It's so much fun too. It brings you into a community of people like just like you. If you're seeking for a community, which it seems like a lot of people are nowadays, if you're seeking for someone who's just like you, dude, if you go into physical fitness, you're gonna find a ridiculous amount of people just like you going through the same thing as you. People start for a reason, bro. If it's a breakup, if it's self-hate, everything that you think that you have, that you think you're dealing with on your own, there is someone out there dealing with the same thing, and they're all in physical fitness trying to find out how to solve that problem. Like, trust me, bro. There is someone out there for you. The coolest part about physical fitness is you get to realize how powerful you actually are. You get to realize how good you actually are, how strong you actually are. You might feel intimidated by other people by the fact that you might not be able to lift as heavy as someone else. You might not be able to look as good as someone else in the very beginning, and that might discourage you. I'm gonna be honest. Genetics it sucks. Genetics sometimes can suck, right? Sometimes you might not genetically look as good as someone else who's genetically better and like naturally made to be bigger. I like to think of it this way. We are given equal and opposite traits. So if you have a negative genetic potential, if your genetics don't allow you to be as big as someone else who is huge as a natural lifter, like, don't let that stop you. Don't let that make you feel like you can't do anything. Like, my chest is separated. The insertions of muscles really matter, and my chest is separated. It means I'll never really have as big of a chest as someone who has their chest completely fused together. Like, their insertions are one insertion, or at least really close insertions. Those will have a lot better results in their chest than I ever will. I will never really have that big of a chest. But that does not mean I have to stop. Does not mean that I should stop. Does not mean that I should give up on trying to see how big I can go. I might actually get a huge two-sided chest. I don't know, we'll see. The point is, don't let little things make you want to quit. Do you really not care that much? Let's say you had something happen to you and you were like down in the lowest part of your life, right? If you ever had a thought that made you feel so sad and that you can never come back from, I promise you, if you try self-improvement is step one to literally fixing 90% of people's depression. There are some areas that just have to be solved in other ways, of course. Say, go get help if you need it. Thing is, I've gone through some things before. I've gone through the crap of the life, bro. I've gone through the trenches of middle school and life in general. You'll find a lot more people just like you and just like people you're trying to find. They're out there. They really are. And the best place to find people who are trying to actually make a change, to become better and to fix their problems is in self-improvement. I've been ranting for a while. Bottom line is, you can do anything you want to do in your life. And you have the power to do it. You might not feel like it right now. Anything that you put your mind to can be you. And you can do anything that you feel like you want or can do one day. Even if you can't feel like you can. If it's something that scares you, or even if they don't scare you, if they're so big that they make you feel uncertain, you found the right dream, bro. You found exactly what you should be looking for. That will solve majority of the problems that you feel inside yourself. For me, it solved a lot of my problems. Anyway, I would encourage you guys to try it out. I'm in the current process of making a program. It's gonna take a second. I'm trying to figure out how to make like an actual program and not just like a PDF. I mean, I hate to put things behind paywalls. I'm gonna be honest, I wanna make this a career one day. I wanna make video making a career, that kind of thing I wanna do. We put a lot of emphasis on whatever makes you the most money, makes you the most happy. Whatever you can give the most people to change the world is gonna make you happy. Because here's the thing, money might solve a lot of problems, but it only solves your money problems, that's it. It only solves your money problems. Once you have all your money, you're not gonna be able to solve all your fitness problems that quickly. Like money, you can't buy a fit body. You can't buy a fit mind. You cannot buy a positive mind. You cannot buy a mind that's gonna be able to understand the importance of little choices now make big effects later. Only you can work out that mind and train it to know that the things you do today will affect tomorrow. And what you do tomorrow will affect the day after. What you do the day after will affect the day after. Only you can decide that it's time to change and it's time to become something better than what you have been before. Only you can decide that. And then once you decide that, you'll actually see the joys of life a lot more. There's a lot more to life than just money. Money might allow a lot of things to happen. You might be able to buy a lot of things that you've always wanted. And there's nothing wrong with wanting that, because we can see that money gets you a lot of things in life. But when will you ever be happy if all you chase is money? The happiness comes from knowing your purpose. The happiness in general comes from knowing who you are. And who you are, you can only find yourself during self-improvement. You can find yourself in other ways, but you're not going to find the one you want to find. At least I feel like you're going to find a stronger, better version of yourself through self-improvement than you would through gaming. I don't know. Gaming's not a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, in general, you know what I mean? Anyway, I think I've been rambling for long enough. I'm gonna go to the gym. We're gonna be hitting chest and back today. Anyway, next big step, eat your honey. That's all I'm gonna say. Honey and salt. Alright guys, I'm going to come at you with a voiceover. I unfortunately was not able to head over to the gym that day. So I decided to do some calisthenics, start off with some push-ups, just doing wide arm push-ups to be able to get the blood flowing. It was a little bit difficult just to try and find the right angle, get some stuff out of my pockets at the time. I don't know really what happened this time, but when I was doing push-ups that day, I felt like I had the most craziest pump in my chest. Like, it was the craziest feeling I've had in a very long time. So I'm not sure if it's because it was push-up specifically. I'm not really sure, but it was kind of insane. So 100 push-ups a day, I think it would definitely cause a huge difference in someone's life versus doing max benching and max dumbbell presses, you know. And for this one specifically, for the push-ups, variation of push-ups I like to do, because there's multiple other kinds of push-ups you can do. If you do close elbow push-ups, you're doing more with like your triceps. Then if you go further out and you put your elbows more out, you can direct your chest more. So if you can look at how my elbows are going out, I'm not moving them closer to me, but I'm trying to move them farther away as I go up, and then as I go down I go closer, because it activates the triceps. You see the triceps activation at the end, so there's triceps and chest. And I usually just do like a 2-minute break just in between every like max out push-ups. I like to max out, so I do as much as I can. I believe the amount I just did, I'm not really counting at the current moment, but I'll put a number on the screen previously and probably right now as well, I'm not sure. I'll put a number on the screen. Anyway, I like to go until failure. I push all the way out until I cannot anymore. Just do as much push-ups as I can in one go. And then after I stop, I just take a 2-minute break. And then after 2 minutes, I do until failure. I go all the way up to 100. And this was my second stretch. I like to do longer, more intense push-ups, because the quicker, more bouncier motion with your elbows to me seems silly. I like to train my whole body. I like full rotations. I don't like doing goofy push-ups. They both do your chest, but this kind of way feels a lot better. It makes my chest feel like it's being pushed a lot more. I feel like I'm getting a lot more blood flow through the chest as I'm pushing up and down. So preferably being able to go all the way up, all the way down, the full extension of my chest muscles, and being able to stretch wide and then push all the way out and move my scapula, the little thing on your shoulder. You push out a little more, it definitely feels a lot more intense, which I think helps overall versus doing the little push-ups with your arms. After the 2 minutes is up again, I go and do some more. And this is a thing I found, that if you could find a surface behind you and try to put your feet on that surface just right behind you, it is pretty nice to be able to have something just to put like your heels on when it touches. I'm not really doing that much here because I didn't really want to, but I did find recently that doing push-ups on like a wall, it helps with being able to put more pressure on your upper and lower parts of your chest when you go up and down. I don't know, I didn't really do the example in the video, so I guess it doesn't make that much sense, but I'll make sure to put that in next time I do a calisthenics video. As you can see, just being able to do the full range of motion again, it really helps. Being able to go wide arms, being able to go max, the little pushes at the very end helps a lot with making sure I'm going all the way until failure. I have a friend who taught me that training your lats right before you do anything to do with chest muscles, it really helps being able to fire, being able to press a little bit harder with your chest when your lats are warmed up. So stretching your chest, stretching your lats, your arms while like during and before a workout is really good. Like I've found being able to stretch like before and after each of your sets, it really helps. Like if you're, for example, doing chest press, if you're doing a bench press, if you're doing cable flies, I really like being able to stretch my chest, you know, put my elbow or an arm on like whatever machine's next to me, just stretch my chest out, get a full stretch. I wouldn't say, most people would tell you not to do static stretches or whatever it's called. Like a dynamic stretch is like a shorter version of a stretch, and then like a static is quicker, more like just yeah, I just prefer doing the static. So the static, after a workout, once you're done with any chest or any workout in general, like legs, arms, triceps, biceps, anything, doing a static stretch really helps the muscle being able to tear correctly. So then when you tear it and it rebuilds better, bigger, faster, and stronger. And then the dynamic stretches during the workout allows your muscle to just tear the last little bit, so then you're able to get through the last little workout pieces before you go through failure. A good example of this is like if you're doing a chest workout, and let's say you're doing the cable flies, right? If you're doing cable flies, you're gonna want to be able to, you're gonna want to be able to push yourself a lot, like just like over failure, and being able to stretch with that dynamic stretches while you're doing a chest workout, or like before or during, you're able to allow yourself to tear the muscle more, so then it grows back bigger fast. The next thing I like to do with my calisthenics for chest and back, I usually, after the 100 push-ups, I go and do some back workouts. That usually looks like getting a towel. If any of you guys get a towel, then you guys can like lay down on the floor, get your feet on like the couch or like a wall or something. This is a really good way to stretch, be able to get the full contraction in your back when you go out and in with your elbows. You really want to try and lock your elbows outwards and to pull the towel against your arms. Like you kind of want to pull it away from you, and then you want to pull it towards you, throwing your elbows back, so then you can feel the contraction on the upper back and on the lats. And that's really what helps getting that full range of motion, being able to pull that. Then from home or for anyone else that you're at, if you want to do this anywhere, you'll be able to tear the muscle, get a hypertrophy. I would say do like maybe 3 to 4 sets of this before you go to the next thing. What I like to do with this specific workout is to change, a little bit of form. Being able to go from going hard on the like being able to pull from the sides, and then going from that to just really focusing on elbow coordination, just going straight from the like in front of you straight to behind, pulling into your back and allowing your lats to expand. After I hit my back workout, usually I do it's a thing called like an Ironman. It's kind of hard to explain, but the Ironman is like you put your fingers in front of you and you kind of angle yourself and you do like a round range like in front and behind you. It's a little bit awkward, like it feels a little awkward, but you'll feel it if you really focus on your lats and on your shoulders. Imagine like you're trying to rotate and stretch. You'll feel like a tearing in like the top part of your shoulders. I would say do around 2 to 3 sets of this, and you're pretty much good. Yeah, this about ends the rest of it. So if you guys like this, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe. Let me know if there's anything you guys would like to see, anything specific about self-improvement, anything in general. I have social media. I got Instagram, subscribing to those as well, seeing what I do in my daily life. Then yeah, anyway, I'm gonna head out. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, guys, and catch you guys next time. Peace out.